Well, we will hear from John Quell in just a moment. Oh, nice backdoor cut. And Willoughby lays it in on a beautiful pass from Natasha Howard. Inbound to Howard. Lorella Kubai, the rookie, into the game as Howard hits the three. Whitcomb. Howard able to flag it down, pop, and hit. I mean, how about the gather and able to turn that into three? Ionescu, ball fake, attack, kick, Howard, hit from three for this Liberty opener. Carrington turns the corner, gets rejected by Howard. Loose ball, who's going to end up with it? Out of bounds or a kick? Howard with an answer. Big three there for Natasha Howard in New York.
Noni Nwede is the reigning Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. Haven't seen her yet. Laney's back in the lineup, and she's off to the races. She'll take the 2 points easily. Has been so active. Now she's matched up defensively with Natasha Howard. And Howard able to use the height and flush it down.
That's a good move by Howard. Recognized he had the advantage.
Natasha Howard fading.
Oh, it's a tough
pretty shot. Sabrina Ionescu, they hope she'll be healthy throughout the entirety of 2022. Natasha Howard, little fall away Jay.
Kelsey Mitchell off the mark, rebound to Howard. It's been a story of the Liberty finding consistency. Dolson inside, broke free and gets the lay-in.
Move your feet and stay on the balls of your feet.
Laney left wide open and cans the three. Benijah Laney knocking down the triple. See what kind of look the Liberty can get here.
They're 1 of 12 this quarter, so they've got to move the ball. They need better movement.
Off the glass for two. First field goal of the ball game for Natasha Howard. Her 5th career game with 25, at least 25 points. 26 tonight. Howard, extra pass. Laney in the corner. Splash! Howard knocks down the tray. That's a positive sign. On shoot. Inside. Howard turns in and puts it through.
Nice post-to-post passing. See the double team there.
On the attack, kicks it outside. Howard canning the three. Lane, a little bit of trouble. Howard, nice pump fake and the finish. Natasha Howard inside.
Build your chemistry as a group, because that's what matters really at the end of the day.
Yeah, the effort that you talked about right there. Starters still in the ball game. Laney. Howard. A step back on Jones. That was pretty.
That was like Tina Charles reminiscent.
Sammy Whitcomb with the basketball takes the screen from Dolson, who rolls to the hoop. Leaves Natasha Howard open for the three. The first shot attempt for Sabrina Ionescu.
And New York really needs Ionescu to really stand up in this game. When she plays well, they do well.
The pass is picked off by Howard. She's got Allen ahead. Minnesota, and it was a game the Fever won. And in that game, Dangerfield had 6 points and 3 rebounds. In that game, she had 10 points, 6 assists. Her average was 6 and 3 with Indiana.
Last year offensively, best shooting season of her career at 43%. Playing pretty well offensively this year, but always brings that D. Natasha inside, jump hook, and over the smaller Jewel Lloyd, 3-2 Seattle.
I think there's more than 5.
Right.
And yeah, we didn't win a championship. That holds it, you know. But I had like 5 or 6 people ask about the station in line. I know I have it somewhere, but I don't know what box it's in.
Oh, beautiful. 1 second left in the third quarter. Another offensive rebound for New York.
They have out-rebounded Seattle by 9. They're the last place rebounding team in the league.
Oh, and a big three right in Brianna's eye there, and we got a 1-point game inside 4 to play. Howard, 3 ball, snap it home. So Dolson has a 3, Howard has a 3. Ball gets tipped away. New York's got numbers, 2-on-1 on Brianna Stewart, but she forces the tough shot. And Natasha coming out as the best offensive player of the game on Friday, and there you go. Of course, as soon as we talk about her, she's going to put it in, right?
Howard. Oh, beautiful move. Howard taking the rook to school.
But Indiana came back too. They did it on the defensive end.
Howard, bucket and the foul. High pass for Vivians. Now it's Egbo going at Rebecca Allen. Blocked by Howard. And the battle for the ball goes to Howard. 7 seconds. Howard wide open. Drills the 3. We're all tied at 68. And for Indiana, a gutsy effort on the second half of a back-to-back. Howard thought about it, takes it, drills it.
At the cost of what? At the cost of maybe not feeling safe sending your kid off to school or going to wherever you worship. It feels like such an omnipresent thing in America.
I was supposed to, get up with Alex McLean and KCP yesterday, and the game came on. I was like, man, I gotta hit the Z's, man. I'm so tired. But it's better than staying all the way over, you know what I mean?
Whitcomb trying to get space. Dolson inside. Howard had the steal. Help came. Count the bucket and the foul for Natasha Howard.
And that's good. And Howard. Now it's Allen. Hard Howard screen. Howard gets it back. Rolls in the bucket. And she'll go to the free throw line. Howard. Working on Shepard. Nice move and lays in the deuce.
You saw there's a vulnerability right there. Howard can take Shepard all day.
Wide of fourth quarter comeback for New York. Howard. Extra pass. Shoot! It's a Dolson screen. Howard. The step back. Oh, the J is pure.
That was pretty.
Yeah, that's good. To Howard. Howard, the pull up for 3. Oh, call it a long 2. Natasha Howard. Powers 0 for 2 with the turnover early. 1-point ball game. Howard. Oh, nice dime. Han Shu with the easy bucket. For those seeing Shu for the first time, she has a great jumper, but Coach Sandy Brondello wants her more physical inside as Howard knocks down the triple. The Liberty in quite the rhythm offensively. And making plays defensively as well. Another turnover. Ionescu running. Left hand lay-in is pure. Very aggressive defensively. Case in point. Nearly forced a turnover. Powers to Shepard. Blocked from behind.
They need that right now.
Ionescu working around. Oh, extra pass. Dolson inside with the finish.
Cannon is on the floor here for the first time tonight as well. Cannon was signed on Sunday. Played 12 games with Indiana a year ago. Everything going through Howard so far, and she's making it pay off for Sandy Brondello. More offense, the better, and that has been the case, especially in the third quarter, as Howard drops it for Dolson, and New York stays red hot here in the third. A game that's Liberty lead by 2. It's been a massive differentiator for Indiana. But Dolson once again underneath.
30% three-point shooting on the year and say, that's the first 12 or so games. This is a different team from three-point range we are seeing tonight.
And Jocelyn Willoughby just yet, but we hope to see them back soon. Nice and healthy team.
And Justini Richards' return seems imminent as you see the lay-in from Natasha Howard.
And it's going to have to, it's one-on-one defense, but it's also team defense for the New York Liberty. You have to be able to keep your man in front.
Dolson with the jumper. 4 to shoot for Ionescu. Bounce pass to Howard. And she hits it. Liberty up by 1. Johanna stays with Quigley. Steps back, takes the 3.
Rattles off the rim. Copper fights for it. Blocked by Howard.
Howard goes down low again with the saucy moves. Footwork on display. You got Dolson, Howard, Johannes, Dangerfield, and Ionescu on the floor. Howard just can't miss. 7 for 8 from the field for Natasha Howard.
Players like Shakira Austin. Shakira Austin, after a 16-point double-double performance on Tuesday, limited in that first half to 4 points.
Howard goes to the outside, inside in the first half.
A terrific track athlete before she concentrated on basketball. Stewart with the left hand gets her own rebound. New York's going to hang on to it.
Defensive stop.
Dewey's home too. Dewey from New York.
From upstate, Howard got her up in the air.
Beautiful take by.
With the victory over Seattle before they came south. Howard with the block.
Excellent defense at the rim by the Liberty.
Whirlwind of a season. Crystal Dangerfield is the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA in 2020 and then gets cut from Minnesota early this season. She said, you know, I don't know if I was shocked, but I was certainly upset.
See if they can get easy ones.
Howard will fire and hit from 3. Johannes got that pass cross-court so quickly. Howard one-on-one with 18. Difficult shot. Floats it in. Plus the foul.
Kind of forcing the action, using her strength to finish inside. 32-point paint so far for Connecticut.
Wickham finishes.
Just missing a few players for Atlanta. They're down 5 players, 3 starters. Actually, we already mentioned how Erica Wheeler is out. Erin McDonald has been holding her own in that position. Natasha Howard, she told us we would be doing her a disservice if we just allowed her to just shoot out on the outside. Complete package. But how about Shu? Natasha Howard looking for a little bit of relief at the top of the key. Gets the ball back with 10. Howard fades away and as smooth as it gets.
Yeah, that is Natasha Howard's go-to.
5-5. Wickham off the Dolson screen. The fake. Outside Howard. Wide open. Finishes the trifecta. Dolson, a capable three-point shooter. We saw Atlanta pick up a lot of fouls in the first quarter. There's a nice give-and-go play right there. New York can tie it or pull it within 1. Richards to Howard. Howard going on Howard. And Howard wins that battle. Natasha, the all-star. In the corner, Tiffany Hayes driving, tied up. Oh, what a defensive play from Natasha Howard.
Here's Dangerfield. She was waived by the Liberty on June 26th after her hardship contract expired. Dolson, nice cut to the basket there, and she finishes on the doorstep. Here's Walker. Lost it. Into the hands of Johannes. Howard, the triple. She got it. Timeout, LA. Dolson, a nice cut to the cup. And no one accounted for. Ionescu picked up by Chiney on the switch. Howard against the much smaller Canada. Tries the jump hook and gets the friendly bounce.
Asia picking a couple of the Liberty players. They've got some talent. A little fader from Howard.
And that's what Howard can do.
Cuts it to an 8-point Aces lead. And working it inside. Oh, the help D coming over. Howard with the block and the save by Ionescu. It was 17. They're working inside, and it's a 9-0 run for New York.
She didn't recognize the mismatch when she had her the first time. It was an afterthought. She's got to recognize that earlier.
Natasha Howard working inside. She gets the and one. And the foul's going to go against Jackie Young.
Well, Chelsea Gray needs to see the ball go through the rim from the three-point line. She has not made a three in the last 5 games.
Yep. Natasha Howard not afraid to pull the trigger out there.
The Mercury, Petty, Cunningham, Turner, Diggins, Smith, and Taurasi. Dee Richards breaking to the basket. She's not going to miss from there.
Because the Mercury have had that corner shot and have missed quite a few.
Inside to Turner, blocked by Howard. Marie Johannes has checked back in. Howard 3 on the way is good. And the lead is back to 5 thanks to Diggins Smith. Under 3 minutes to go, Stephanie Dolson has been doing that all night long. She's got 14.
Nice slip to the hoop. Natasha Howard has Jackie Young on her. She elevates over.
Keep that joy of the game alive, right? And the players look up to Becky because she played in the W. I mean, Kia Stokes was telling me that before the game. Stokes used to play for New York for a number of years. Depending on the matchup, she can't always be out there, but I agree. I think it helps a lot, and that's another nice play off the ball from Whitcomb, to your point. So many weapons.
All 5 of the Aces starters are in double figures. Natasha Howard, opportunity for a 3-point play. Back to back for Asia Wilson.
Yeah, she's just so incredibly hard to stop. Even though Howard is on cue, a former defensive player of the year, it's a handful for even a player of her caliber on that end of the floor here.
Her first touch of the afternoon, and it's blocked by Asia Wilson, second in the league in that category. 2 blocks in a row. Natasha Howard staying with it, and it pays off.
I do think New York needs to get to the rim a little bit better. They were doing that in the second half on Tuesday and getting to the foul line.
The one person that is hitting shots for New York, Natasha Howard.
Courtney Williams up early, wants to run. DB cuts back to her, but Howard the stuff. Rebound, Alyssa Thomas. She told Tarika at halftime, we're going to do it for the kids, even though it was early today. Howard, that's the move we thought we'd see earlier in the game, Ice.
Without Jonquel Jones in this game, the depth from the bench in the post position is not deep at all for Connecticut. Really only one in Joyner Holmes. So really want to challenge the interior defense of Connecticut early.
Ionescu runs the break from the weak side.
So Washington, they need to capitalize on that on the other side.
Here's Dangerfield again late into the shot clock. Howard will try the 3. That's 2 threes to start the ball game for the Liberty. Dolson to Dangerfield. Allen now with it, 8 on the shot clock. She'll rise and bank that one in.
She's a machine when it comes to operating impactfully efficient.
Howard off 1 foot.
Love to attack. We saw Kalia Copper do it, and then Evans.
Dangerfield leaving it off for Howard. Second chance over Parker, and it's good.
Room for error. When you're a new team, like you said, with a new coach, the margin for error is very thin. The execution has to be there. Great find and finish by Hound
Ellie Quigley. Parker swatted by Howard. Liberty take over. The fade to Howard.
88 straight before missing those 4 games. Ionescu a deep 3.
She's got that range, though. Ionescu can literally shoot from anywhere over half court.
Already the second offensive rebound for Natasha Howard, leads to 2 for Stephanie Dolson. Anju, tallest player in the W at 6'10". Now in the game, Howard, we mentioned she can take the 3 and knock down the 3.
When you can't give Howard that much room to have.
Johannes had a good opening half. Howard double, shoe cutting and finishing. Ionescu opts to push the pace. Johannes slithering in. Howard the cutter off the window and down.
Ionescu with the board. Sabrina with 16 points, 6 assists back in Friday's defeat to the Sky. Here's Natasha Howard, and she hits the first bucket of the game. And Sandy Brondello also talked about it in her pregame press conference with reporters. Look, 8 seasons as the head coach in Phoenix. Ionescu, a mismatch. Good bounce inside Howard. Working on Cunningham, and she gets the roll to go. She'll head to the line. Earlier this month, at home against the Liberty, pretty pass and finish from Howard. Off the feed from Dangerfield.
Howard with the spin goes to the basket.
rattles it home. And we've got a treat for you in the second quarter. We're going to hear all about this partnership and what it means both to Xbox and the Liberty. Natasha Howard gets another one to go.
New York Liberty has 8 second chance points in this half.
The pesky defense from Los Angeles continues. Natasha Howard recovers it. Scores from the outside. 17 points for both Natasha Howard. Getting to the particular set that they want to run on this play. Smith off the Samuelson screen, tries to get it right back to her. Johannes sets her feet. You don't want to force shots as you try to get back in this basketball game.
And that's something that we've seen from New York at times, settling for jump shots, taking bad shots. That's a good one in the middle of the paint, turnaround jumper, no hand up. Jordan Canada can give Dangerfield a little bit of a step, a little bit more space that far away from the basket.
Good screen by Natasha Howard. Frees up Stephanie Dolson for the tray ball. Holds the follow through.
Now, New York likes to run, and one of the things that defensively the Mercury have to get back transition-wise.
A home against the Dream the rest of this season. Inside to Dolson, who's all alone. She's not going to miss from there.
Now, that's her first basket.
Inside to Howard.
Now, one of the things, again, talking.
Ionescu. Whitcomb. Back out, Dolson, the three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Laney. The three. Rolls around and down for Natasha Howard.
Some of the help side rotations, so that's what's causing so many paint finishes as we see it again for this New York Liberty team.
All season long, hits a long ball, hit from three, and that time gets to the rim. And playing aggressive defense as well.
It's almost like it's do or die for both teams, right, LaChina, as Natasha Howard responds with a bucket of her own. Talked about who's going to have the assignment of Sabrina Ionescu. Erica Wheeler with that at this point. Beautiful bounce pass to Dangerfield from Natasha Howard. You saw her practicing that very shot and shoot around, gets it to go. But the ball movement, as you alluded to, and the passing has been elite for the Liberty.
That has got to be driving Tanisha Wright. That was definitely one of the keys to the game.
That one's coughed up. Bounce pass to Dangerfield. She's left all alone, and she gets an easy one. Sabrina couldn't get the left side, but Natasha Howard has her back. It's the and one.
Coach Bondello says, hey, I'm trying to stay calm so that the players stay calm as well. Ryan Howard gets her own rebound, but it's contested at the rim by Natasha Howard. Howard pump fakes it, dishes it to Dolson. Ball screen for Laney. New York pitches it. It lands in the hands of Natasha Howard. Big three-pointer by Tosh.
Well, and New York almost always has 5 shooters on the floor, too. So when they can get an open look, that's a good thing. What a pass. Johannes to Howard for 2. Ionescu gets it back from Dolson. Draws 2. Back to Dolson. In the corner. Howard will fire. And hit from 3. Sabrina bounces. Howard on the roll. Got it to go, plus the foul. And a chance for 3 for Natasha Howard. Here's Laney looking to turn the corner. Dropped a dime to Howard, and Howard hits the float. Then Dolson able to scrape it away. Quigley comes back to it. Vandersloot has it stolen. Howard looking for some space, able to finish. Here comes Ionescu, who is guarded by Copper, who hounded her in game 2. Johannes finds Howard underneath for an easy 2. What a dime from Marine Johannes. Wickham into the game for New York. Alamon for Chicago. Howard pops it in with the shot clock fading.
It's really fun to play basketball when people share it.
Dolson shares it. Howard gets denied. Howard trying to go up again and finishes left of the quarter. Ionescu, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Ionescu gives it up. Howard